Talk a little Cavs now, guys, after a quick word from Epicor. Yeah. Everyone knows the value of hard work, of taking pride in what you build and practicing every detail to get the best results, but no one player, no matter how amazing, can do it all alone. Working together makes getting the win easier, and at Epicor, the All-Stars are the hardworking manufacturers and distributors who create and deliver the things we all need, from aerospace to electrical to medical devices. Epicor ERP solutions are created by industry experts to help make every day easier. Seeing your whole supply chain is easier. Managing logistics is easier. Responding to price changes is also easier. From small businesses with big dreams to growing enterprises with global visions, we'll equip you with the right tools to move forward, think ahead, and lead the way, because as the clock ticks down, you need to make the most out of every hardworking minute. Easier doesn't cut corners, easier finds the lane. Discover your success at easierwithepicor.com. That is easierwithepicor.com. Later tonight, before some of the playoff games, the NBA will announce its winner of the Sixth Man of the Year award. Ty Jerome is up in that category alongside Malik Beasley of Detroit and Peyton Pritchard of the Celtics. I don't know why I almost said the Sixers. So Jerome has a chance to become the Sixth Man of the Year award. He obviously had that explosive Game 1 performance with 28 points. And this got me thinking. It's impossible to find anybody in the city right now that'll say a single bad word about Ty Jerome. There's nothing to criticize about his game. He has been everything and then some. So I put on Twitter, and we got over 200 answers. And a lot were similar, but we did get a variety. Jerome was the most popular backup in Cleveland. Since who? Tyvis, what's your answer to this question?
The most popular backup. Ooh, really, it should. I was gonna say Big Christmas, but you kind of rained on my parade a little bit earlier, so I can't use him no more. I'm trying to think Browns wise. I
did send this last night for you guys to think ahead of time.
It's Joe Flacco.
Yep.
That was not the most popular answer.
Really?
No. It was up there.
Maybe they weren't thinking of him as a backup. I don't know. I mean,
he got a lot of answers, but that was not the
Joe
most
Flacco
popular.
Look at the reaction when the Browns signed Joe Flacco. He's a 40-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
Fans went bananas.
Yeah, like they said like 9-10 wins now.
Yeah. To me, the names that came to mind were
Delly.
Flacco, Delly.
Delly was the most popular response online.
Yeah, but maybe people were thinking just Cavs.
I put all three sports.
Yeah, I think in basketball it's Delly, and then before that I would say like Varejao.
He was another very popular option.
But he was a starter.
Yeah, he was
kind of started. He was swinging back.
For football, I would definitely say Flacco. Before Flacco,
I mean, did Hot Rod Williams really start?
He was another guy that got a couple of responses, G.
For baseball, it had to be Raji Davis on there.
I don't think anyone put a baseball player.
I guess because he just had that one moment. But it wasn't like... in baseball...
Elvira Espinoza.
Yeah, in baseball you don't really like... it's not a backup you're rooting. It's different.
David Fry.
It's hard to be a dope backup in baseball.
It's really,
you got to be...
it's really pretty much basketball and then the backup quarterback. That's about it.
I think...
Yeah.
Is there a backup at any other position in football that fans get clamor for?
Running.
It ain't no really good runner. Brady, no.
Well, Browns fans go nuts for the 5'9" white wide receiver every training camp. There's always like some dude, and then some guy from Parma says, that guy's going to get picked up by 12 teams, and then the next week he's playing in the Arena League.
I'm really trying to...
What is...
no offense to Parma.
No, what's the... who was the quarterback with... I can't even...
Brian Hoyer.
Kelly Holcomb.
That was him. Yeah, Kelly Holcomb.
Kelly Holcomb. You want to see just... I picked a couple answers from online. Yeah. I'll read these through real quick. Steve, you want to take tag board here?
Kelly Holcomb was very
Joanna said Flacco easily, probably a better comp than Delly, despite the sport difference, who was a gritty defensive pest who can hit open threes and play a glue guy role, while Ty is crazy fun to watch on offense. We had Anderson Varejao, if the gift would play, but it's not going to play. No, I mean, you guys mentioned a lot of these. Flacco and Austin Hedges. I'm not sure Hedges is as popular, but it's a
The media
answer.
loves Hedges.
Since Ty Jerome yesterday, I'd have to say since Ty Jerome 3 days ago.
That was a great one.
By the way, everybody's prisoner of the moment. Delly, way bigger than Ty Jerome is now. Not even close at his peak. Don't be prisoner of the moment on. They were writing songs about Delly.
And we had our guy Bill write a song about Ty Jerome.
Now it's easy to do because anybody can do it.
Listen, I relived this with Jason. Y'all got to go back on the timeline. I'll be in the YouTube time machine. Remember, They lost to the Golden State Warriors game 1. They didn't have Kevin Love or Kyrie. Kyrie played the first game, but he got hurt going into the last quarter. Delly came in Golden State with LeBron and beat them in Golden State.
He almost died.
Then he came back and won game 3 at home, going away.
And that was it.
Delly played Steph Curry
and that was it.
Nose to nose and was better than Steph Curry for 2 games.
He ran out of gas.
And then he almost died.
Yeah, he ran out of gas.
They took his life points.
We all love Ty Jerome, okay? But it is a slap in the face and an insult, and you're embarrassing yourself if you put Ty Jerome ahead of Delly. Delly fought wars. He went.
Are you talking in terms of
championship?
Are you talking in terms of popularity or as a player?
There is
popularity. Jerome is a better player.
Delly's popularity way beyond what Ty Jerome is, and if you say anything different, you weren't here.
I wasn't
or
here.
You're lost in the sauce.
I abstain from this conversation.
I agree that it's between Joe Flacco and Delly. Like I think that's
Delly.
You can't really argue too anybody that's up there with them too.
Delly's a champ.
This is Pete Powers.
He's not a champ.
Yes, he is.
He won a championship.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He was here when we won.
Yes.
Dellavedova was here in 16. I thought he went
now
to the
I'm doubting myself.
I thought he went to the Bucks.
That was 17.
Damn.
You sure?
Look it up, Mike. Now I'm doubting myself.
I thought he left and went to the Bucks.
Everybody, we should know that off the top of our heads.
I feel like that's not right.
The 2016 Cavs roster.
Yeah.
15-16, correct?
Oh, he was on the roster.
Yeah, 15-16, Matthew Dellavedova was on the roster.
Of course.
So he was okay. So I thought he went to the Bucks. I'm a year late.
No, Tyvis, that is one of your biggest missteps to think Delly wasn't on that championship team. Seriously, like that's a gigantic miss by you.
That's a bad job out of you. And he had us doubting ourselves.
He made me doubt it for
So he left.
Wait a second.
So wait,
it
he
wasn't long time
He won the championship and then left the year after that.
So look at this. In game 2 in Golden State, Delly played 40.
The year they won?
The year they lost.
Oh.
He played 42 minutes.
That was crazy.
He did sign with Milwaukee the year after they won the championship.
Okay.
He came back in game 3 and played 39 minutes and he had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Yeah, how many points?
20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists against prime Steph Curry.
So
I wouldn't say
Delly
prime. It wouldn't say prime Steph Curry.
that wasn't prime Steph Curry?
That was prime Curry. That was Chef.
What?
He got his nicknames them years.
Are you crazy?
I wouldn't say. I feel like his prime was maybe the year after. What year did he win MVP? Unanimous.
We have to cut Tyvis's mic.
He is out to lunch
this
right
might be
now.
the worst segment that anyone
What
on
year
this show has ever had.
did Steph win MVP?
He won
Back to back.
MVP in 2012-2013. He won MVP in 14-15. He won MVP in 15-16, Tyvis. That year was his 3rd MVP.
What are you talking
It
about?
was 10 years ago, man.
That was his
10
peak.
years ago. Like
Tyvis,
That
he was in the stretch.
100% was his peak.
He had a 7-year stretch where he
I was
finished in the
wrong.
top
And
6
so-
of MVP.
All due love to Ty Jerome, and I mean, who did not have a ball watching him play Sunday? It was incredible what he did. But there's no way in terms of that bench guy that lit a fire under the fan base that you can put him in a category with Delly unless he plays for a championship.
Now, here's the thing. Ty Jerome is way better basketball
way
player.
better.
Like
Way better.
his skill set.
No, that's not the argument.
Yeah, that ain't the argument.
You're asking me the better player. Yeah.
Now,
Delly was never as good as Ty Jerome this year.
This is crazy. I don't want to tell y'all this, but I'm starting to believe if the Cavs are going to win a championship, it's going to be behind like somebody like Ty Jerome or these bench guys getting 25 or 30.
Well, but they got to listen.
So it's going to have to be games where they win games and you're like, they should have let them win some games.
Now, Mobley and Hunter got to play a lot better if they're going to win it all.
And Allen. You got to throw Allen in there, too.
And the rebounding, the long rebounds got. And I love. Did you see what's the name did? Donovan Mitchell. He during the game they showed him. He said, "I know he shot it, but that's the energy I need right there.
That's right.
That's the energy every time right there."
It was like Hunter didn't even play in the game.
Yeah, he did.
By the way, I know you guys talked about it. I'm sorry. I can't. Please don't put Isaac Okoro on the floor anymore.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna dive into that.
I'm sick of the propaganda. He's the defensive truth.
He about to hit his next three.
I'm not interested.
Bull. The next time he on the court and he shoot a three, is going in.
No, he's scared to shoot. When he does shoot, he misses.
Look, I felt it. I felt it in his.
I'm telling you,
if Sam Merrill could play defense like he did that last game, that's the last thing.
Sam Merrill got up in there and said, "Give me the ball."
Sam Merrill was tied for the game lead in block shots in that game.
He was